If you don't understand why you feel the way that you do, then this is probably why. So this is something I've taken out of the session that I deliver at most mind sites that I go to, and it is emotion, thought, behavior. Feel, think, or do. And why that's important is because when we think about emotion, right? We think about emotion and what we felt as a little kid. If we don't understand why we feel the way that we do right now, or what it is that we're actually feeling, for a lot of us, when we think about emotion, we're going to have spent some time with our parents where they told us what was right and what was wrong. If growing up, they weren't allowed to feel sadness, they weren't allowed to be upset because their parents wanted them to be tough or hard or masculine or whatever, right? If they weren't allowed to feel that, then they would have had to feel that emotion, have that emotion pop up. They would have thought immediately, I need to shift that because that's not safe, because if I feel that and I express that, mum or dad aren't going to love or accept me. I'm not going to be good enough. And so they're going to have that thought, and then they're going to have a behavior, an action, what they say or what they do. And the idea behind that behavior is to ultimately behave, act, say, do, and create a new emotion. So, for you, what is that emotion that you weren't allowed to feel when you were a kid? What did you tell yourself when you felt that emotion? And then what did you do to, boom, change from the first emotion that you felt, the sadness, the grief, the pain, to the emotion that you created through those thoughts and those behaviors? It's so important because when we learn that as kids, we start living our life in the way that we feel is right to get that love and acceptance, right? And so we end up becoming teenagers who live that too. And we end up becoming adults who live that too. And so we've all met people who are in their 50s, 60s, 70s who have never gone back through the emotion, thought, behavior to understand how they feel. But when we do finally start understanding why we feel the way we do and what the emotion actually is, the emotion that we've been running from our entire life, not the one that's sitting on top of it, like anger, frustration, aggression, right? When we finally understand what that emotion is, that's when we can start breaking through. We can release and reset ourselves so we feel better, so we get comfortable feeling and accepting that emotion, letting it go, and then fully, properly letting the good emotion in and teaching ourselves how to feel and accept that too, because we have to balance the heavy with the light. And so this is where we start. Cheers.